Hey guys, it's been I think over 2 or 3 years since I last posted a vlog on YouTube, and a lot has changed. I've been wanting to vlog again because I just wanted to document my life a bit more, and I really do think that I miss long form content. So we're back. One of the biggest things that has changed in my life is that I finally have a cafe. Today we are going to be visiting my cafe. I'm going to be working a bit, but I just want to show you guys my cafe. So let's go! Hey guys! So our cafe's name is NoDoze Coffee Lounge. We're located in Katipunan Avenue. This is Anton. He's actually my business partner. Also my boyfriend. We started off with just the two of us being the main staffs. I was literally working as a barista. Technically, the cafe can really just run as needed even without us. But my main job is to work on marketing and also purchasing, manage the cafe. So yeah, I guess this is one of my biggest accomplishments from the last 2 years, and I'm so happy I finally get to share it with you guys. So within the past 2 years, I was gifted a Kindle. I think this was last year. This is what it looks like. I really love it. It makes it so much easier to read. It makes reading so accessible. And I really love the paperwhite version. It doesn't hurt your eyes the way that reading on your phone or reading on your iPad would. Just one of the best inventions ever. So anyways, on to what we're reading this week. We are on the second book of the Crown of Nyaxia series. So the first book is actually called The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. So it's a fantasy novel that follows the story of Oraya, who is a human that was adopted by a vampire king. So Oraya joined the Kajari. So it's a competition, and whoever wins gets one wish granted by the goddess Nyaxia. There's a whole lot of romance in there, which pretty much is in the forefront of the story. I did really like that book. It was so enjoyable, so easy to get into. But I only ended up giving it 3 stars because of the ending. So what I just didn't like is how the characters reacted to the happening in the end. It really just made me hate that book. Okay, there has been closure, I think, to what happened in the end of the book that I think allows me to enjoy it again. It has really high ratings on Goodreads. I'll keep you guys posted on how I feel about this. Morning! We have quite a lot of work to do today. We need to prepare for tomorrow. We're going to be launching our new brunch menu, but it does require quite a little bit of work. A little book update. I have a little over an hour left of reading to do, and hopefully by tonight we're going to be finishing the book and starting something new. Developments. I've been really liking it so far. I don't think I have felt this way about this book ever since I started reading it, and it's all good news. I'll be talking about it more later. I'll just be updating you guys. We're currently trying out the new menu items. Before we release them tomorrow, we're gonna try them out. Apples. Kimchi fried rice. We made our own kimchi. I made it last week. Hey guys, it's about 7:05. I have finished costing. I'm almost done with pricing. Finished my matcha. Well, almost. Honestly, I'm exhausted. Right now, I kind of want to have dinner, and then I want to read, and then I want to sleep. But I still have one last poster to work on. I love being productive. But sometimes being a business owner can really be overwhelming. But it's done. I'll see you guys as soon as I finish with the poster. So we're done with work, and whenever I'm feeling down, I always reach for comforting meals that I feel like are nourishing as well. So that's what I went with today. This one is some seared zucchini with some chicken breast and white rice. I also had some bean sprouts with me, so I made some Korean banchan.
Once upon a time, an English journalist came to New York.
So I'm in bed with my dogs. We are almost done with The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. No exceptions. I'll be finishing this tonight, sharing my thoughts with you guys once I'm done. Before anything else, I wanted to talk to you guys quickly about Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. So I finished this book last night. I know I initially said that I didn't really enjoy it that much. I didn't find myself really attached to the characters. But let me tell you, I do have a few thoughts about the book. The first 70% of the book was really slow. The plot, it was really moving forward. There was nothing really happening. And I didn't feel like all of the events that were happening were as grand in comparison to the last 30% of the book. Like, I didn't know that these characters were really that serious. You know, they were that grand, they were that royal, they were that powerful. We saw that finally in the last 30% of the book. We also finally uncovered the story of Araya. I really wish that we saw more of her backstory in the beginning, because it would have been much more impactful and powerful character development for both of our main characters. I wish that we were able to take them a bit more seriously early on, but the last 30% of the book was really just that good. I don't know, I learned to love the characters so much more. I felt so attached to them by then. I was honestly sad that it ended. Like, I really wanted to connect a bit more to the characters that we were seeing. My favorite arc, by the way, in the story was the father-daughter arc between Araya and her vampire king father. I felt like that was just the most powerful, most gripping part of the book. So I'm very thankful to Miss Carissa Broadbent for giving us that, and for giving us a little bit of closure, and for just overall succeeding with this project of hers. Overall, I'm inclined to give this series a 4 out of 5. So we're reading a new book. Don and I have decided to read The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So we're gonna do a buddy read. Hey guys, so we're currently reading The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So basically we follow the story of Kit, who is a caregiver. She was laid off of work. She was actually suspended for 6 months because she's allegedly responsible for the death of one of her patients because she left out the pills that left the patient to overdose. And she's finally back after her suspension, and she was given the task of taking care of an old woman named Lenora Hope. This should be good news for her, but apparently Lenora is rumored to be the killer of her family when she was 17 years old. It's been around like 50 years since the incident, and right now in the story we're trying to figure out if Lenora really did do it. So far I've read 14 chapters of the book. It's getting a bit spooky. I have around 3 hours 42 minutes left into the book, so I'll update you guys once I finish and I'll let you know what I think.
Who says that I've got the answer?
Why are they allowed into society?
Jumping through hoops, looping time.
Okay, so The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Let's talk about it. The book overall really gives that creepy vibe to it. Our main character, Kit, who is a caregiver, takes care of Miss Lenora, who is, quote-unquote, allegedly the murderer of the entire family. And there's also a nursery rhyme about it. So let me just read it to you guys so you understand the overall vibe of the story. At 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope, stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It wasn't me, Lenora said, but she's the only one not dead. A big part of the tension that builds in the story is the fact that you don't really know if Lenora was the one who really killed her family, and as someone who's taking care of her, that just spooks you the hell out. And also, in the middle of the story, the caregiver before her goes missing. We don't really know what happened to this other caregiver. So as a caregiver herself, Kit was scared out of her mind. And rightfully so, I would be scared too. The book was so good in building up that kind of tension in the beginning. Fast forward to the last couple of parts of the book. The first revelation swept me off my feet. I was literally just shocked out of my mind. I did not expect that at all. I really liked that revelation. It was mind-boggling. I loved it. It was enjoyable. It's freaky. Fast forward to a couple more pages. There's just way too many twists and turns by the end of the story. The ending was a bit too overdone. By the end of it, you were just like, okay, enough. Like, let's just have enough of this story. It doesn't seem at all that realistic anymore. So basically, the book just kind of tried to do so much by the end of it. Overall, I'd give this like a 3/5 stars. It was a fun time. There are too much revelations. It's just a bit too much sometimes for a story. And I think that's really just what did it. Like, it just wasn't hitting. I would definitely recommend it to all the thriller girlies or to all the people who have never had an opportunity to read a thriller book. It would spook your boots in the beginning. With that being said, we have reached the end of this week's vlog. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are interested in any of my book review or just want to keep up with me, I do have a bookstagram and a Goodreads below, so make sure you guys hit follow. Again, this is Bernice, and thank you guys again for tuning in to my video.